straight off the top tonight at 6, we continue to track that breaking news out of Muskegon County. At least 27 people had to be taken to the hospital after what authorities are calling a chlorine release inside the water at Michigan's Adventure north of Muskegon. Good evening, everyone. I'm Marley Ginter.
And I'm Brian Sterling. We have been keeping you up to speed on the situation since it broke just before 4 o'clock this afternoon. And tonight we do have team coverage for you. Joe LaFurge is at Mercy Health in Muskegon where the patients are being cared for. We'll get to him in a moment. But first, we do want to go to Heather Walker, who has been in constant contact with investigators out at the park today. Heather?
Brian, I just talked to people with the Muskegon County who are working on this, and we've learned that we've got more people taken to the hospital. Total of 62 people affected by this, 25 transported to the hospital, 27 who were treated and released here. I want you to take a look at this video. Basically what happened is there was an exposure to chlorine that was unsafe in the pool. People started coughing. Lifeguards realized something was wrong. They rushed into the pool, got people out as quickly as they could. They got out. They were getting hosed off. People were having trouble breathing because of this, so some of them getting aid for that. But once again, that number has increased to 35 people transported to the hospital. Was quite a commotion here today, but talked to the sheriff here from Muskegon County. He says everyone handled this well, and right now the situation is under control. That water is back to the right levels, and at the end of the day, everyone should be okay and is expected to recover just fine. Marley?
Emergency crews from the very beginning. You've been speaking with hazmat, the sheriff's officials out there. Any idea yet how this could have happened?
Nope, we keep asking that question, how could this happen? And they tell us that, they are looking into different situations that could have caused this, but they don't want to speculate right now, so we should find out here in the coming days.
All right, Heather Walker reporting. And now we want to get to Joe LaFurge. We have several crews out there right now. He's talking with experts about exposure to this volatile chemical. Joe?
Yeah, Marley and Heather just mentioned the updated numbers. They expect a total of 26 patients to come into Mercy Health Muskegon, 7 here at the Hackley campus where we're at right now, and another 9 over at the Mercy campus. Those hospitalized right now, all in fair condition. None of them are expected to have to stay the night in the hospital. Matter of fact, the exposure was just low enough where it would cause some irritation, cause some sickness, but not any long-term effects, not any long-term hospitalization. That is the good news. Again, fair condition. All those patients brought in here to the hospital. The chief medical officer for Mercy Health says there may be some delayed effects to this exposure, even if you're feeling okay or not bad enough to come to the hospital. There's a couple things to watch for. He told us what to watch for.
The symptoms are mostly shortness of breath and wheezing for respiratory. Now, the eyes may be red, maybe a little bit of a runny nose. Those are not anything to be concerned about. But if the child or the adult is having respiratory distress, wheezing, shortness of breath, they should come in.
Now, those are the kind of things to look for tonight if you were at that pool today, and obviously hundreds of people there, not all of them being treated at the scene. Some of them might have left, some of them might have felt okay, but they may have some problems tonight. But the doctor did tell me that none of this exposure seems long-term, would have any long-term effects or any serious health consequences because they were in such a large open area. That pool is in the outside, so that cloud, if there was in fact cloud or any chlorine that did leak out, was able to disperse pretty quickly, and that probably kept the problems health-wise down to a minimum, considering, of course, if you were there and you were sickened by this, you wouldn't look at that as a minimum, but it could have been much worse. Live Muskegon, Joe LaFurge, 24-Hour News 8.
Absolutely. Thank you, Joe. And of course, there are still some unanswered questions on this one. We'll continue to monitor the situation out at the amusement park. And we will have crews up there all night to get you more information. You can look for the latest on woodtv.com and tonight on News 8 at 10 and 11.